Alright tout le monde, je suis Justin et on se retrouve sur une nouvelle série. Donc c'est Enderal Forgotten Stories. Si je me trompe pas. En fait là c'est que c'est un mode de Skyrim qui transforme Skyrim à un tout nouveau jeu. Donc c'est complètement nouveau pour moi, je connais pas l'histoire, je connais absolument rien. Mais je crois que ça aurait été intéressant de faire justement un nouveau Skyrim en fait. C'est carrément Skyrim mais en nouveau, Skyrim 2. Let's go, on y va. Mais l'affaire, c'est vrai, j'avais oublié. C'est le jeu est en anglais. Je ne sais pas s'il va y avoir des sous-titres en français. J'ai aucune idée. Parfait. Ça répond à ma question. Sensibilité. Ah, les difficultés étant faciles. Ok, je vais pas toucher à ça. Mais je vais laisser de même. Juste pour faire l'histoire. Je veux pas que ce soit trop long non plus à faire. J'ai plein de jeux à faire. Fait que c'est tout bien modé, hein? C'est différent. Ok. Je dois changer mes commandes. Je suis vraiment désolé. Mes commandes sont où? Ah, c'est ici. Parce que pour courir, moi c'est Shift, mais là c'est pas Shift pour courir. Puis ça me mélange bien gros. Shift. Furtivité. Alt. Courir, ça va être ça. Toujours courir. C'est sprinter, j'y ai fait en Shift? Ouais, ok. On va le laisser de même pour tout de suite. C'est beau, hein, pareil? Le nouveau Skyrim, mon chum, c'est vraiment cool. Mais ça, on est petit, hein? Ok, j'entends votre appel. Oh Seigneur, ok. J'entends votre appel. Je sens votre amour, je connais votre sacrifice. Ok. Prendre? On va la prendre. Ok, mais là, le chemin, il voulait qu'on aille à la maison. Ah. Parler à papa. Ah, ok, ouais, on est un enfant en fait.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming. So, how did it go? Did you find it?
Non.
No? Pity. Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong places. Did you ever think of that? Oh well, who knows. Say, why don't you go inside and see if you can help Mommy with the cooking? The Creator was kind to us today and sent a big fat elk right in front of my bow. All right?
Ok. Où ma? Oh, il fait nuit là déjà. Ça, un horreur, esti, c'est quoi?
My, I totally forgot what a mess I left here. But I was right, wasn't I? A real gem we've got here. Well then, let's waste no more time and get to it, shall we?
Et pour maman et ma soeur.
What? Now would you look at that? I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then, both of them. But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this means there's more meat for the two of us. You still remember how to do this, right? First, off with the skin. Slice up the belly, then out with the entrails. I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime, to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that, do we?
Yo, il est creepy, man! Mais je les ai pas tués. Je les ai pas tués. Ok, c'était les hommes masqués. Ok, ok, j'ai pas le choix.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We both know that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all.
Je pense que c'est lui qui l'a tué.
You set this horrible fire to your sister's crib. She screamed and screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got there, nothing was left of her but burnt flesh. And... oh gosh, do we really need to go through this again? You know how sad it makes me when you do this. You killed them, period. No matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now please, let's start cooking. I'm so bloody damn hungry. Oh, by the Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me over and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining? You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted by sin long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you, feeding you, and loving you like a father does, I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born. Yes, I should have killed you.
Quoi?
I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you? Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget. Do you hear me? The dead don't forget. Now enough of this useless chatter. I'm bloody starving. Bring me the meat, you spoiled brat. Bring it to me. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. 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 Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
Ah, je pense que c'est un cauchemar. Une belle journée d'été. Ok. Fucked up, man, comme intro.
Let's begin with a question.
On a même des succès.
It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a slave? For now, however, let us start this story where another one ended 3 years ago, with the death of the Lightborn. For 4,000 years they had reigned over this world, 7 arcanists who, through their magic, had acquired eternal life. In a time of chaos, they gave mankind what they thought it needed most, to be ruled over with an ironclad, fair hand. Within just 1 century, they united the shattered lands, and a single century later, their human origin was forgotten. They became gods, or Lightborn, as they let themselves be worshipped as. Yet the longer they reigned, the louder the voices grew that accused them of tyranny, the loudest being that of Naranzul Aranthiel. And he succeeded in achieving what was once thought impossible. He gathered an army, overturned the Lightborn, and gave back freedom to mankind. However, the price for this was high, because where there are gaps of power, fights erupt. As such, this world grew into what it is today, shattered, riven, and broken into pieces. But all of this was merely a diversion so that no one would notice something else. The death of the Lightborn had set something into motion, a clockwork, having long stood still. Its gears now once again slowly began to turn. This is the story of someone who wanted to be free.
Ok.
Shh, hey, quiet, damn it. You wanna wake up the entire ship or what? Well, sorry. That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous, that's all. It was that dream again, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship and... well, not like this. Some things never change, I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this? For what happened to your family, I mean?
C'est faux, c'est bâtards du temple qui les ont tués, pas moi. Bon, on reste avec cette idée-là, je pense que oui, là.
As determined as ever. I guess you're right. But... who knows? Maybe everything is gonna be different now. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very least called you insane. But if the stories are true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there aren't even any slaves on Enderal. It's amazing. Only this whole blind passenger thing is making my head ache.
Ce n'est pas de notre faute. Si le bateau est si peu gardé, on n'aurait pas pu se payer la taxe d'embarquement de toute façon.
Not our fault. Damn it, we're thieves. Frauds. And unlike you, I actually have a problem with that. But anyway, what's done is done. I just hope the Endralians are easier on Outlanders than the Neremes are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she? Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but I just keep on forgetting it.
Ah, on fait notre personnage. Ok, hey, pour elle, là, le mode, là, genre, je trouvais ça, je savais que c'était un nouveau jeu, tu sais, qui faisait une nouvelle histoire puis tout, mais je savais pas que c'était aussi bien écrit pareil, c'est vraiment, c'est quand même assez impressionnant. C'est quoi ça, le peuple mystérieux de l'archipel qu'il est? Elle n'est pas connue pour son ouverture d'esprit, mais elle a passé maître dans l'art du commerce. C'est quoi ça? Cyril. C'est toutefois le berceau reconnu des sciences. Je veux pas avoir un elfe. C'est un peuple divisé. Les nomades natifs de la steppe. On va prendre celui-là. Pour elle, je sais pas. Prédéterminé, teinte de la peau. Pas de tatouage. La peinture, on en a pas. Visage. Le type de nez. Les personnages sont beaucoup plus beaux aussi. On va prendre le premier, là, je crois, là. La hauteur du nez, là. C'est nous autres qui choisissons, on va le descendre un peu. Il me semble qu'il était haut. Les yeux. Même la soundtrack est cool. Je sais pas vraiment les yeux lesquels prendre là. Y'en a pas des bleus? Ah, ils sont là. Non? Ouais, je pense qu'ils sont là. Je vais prendre des yeux de même, là, je crois, là. Je sais pas quoi faire. Ben, quel prendre, là. Ah, c'est dur à dire, man! Je sais pas quelle prendre. Ah, peut-être celle-là. Ouais, peut-être celle-là. Ouais, c'est des, c'est des personnages dans Skyrim, on n'avait pas beaucoup là, de choix de personnages, là. Ben de création du personnage non plus. Là. Ah, ils ont mis des nouveaux cheveux. Ah, ils ont mis des nouveaux cheveux. Ah ouais, ah, c'est cool ça, man. Tout, je vais pouvoir me faire vraiment un personnage comme moi. Genre plus qui me ressemble, genre. Ok, quel genre de coupe que j'ai? Mais à date, il y a celle-là qui c'est pas si tant pire. Celle-là, non. Non plus, non plus. Ou il y aurait celle-là aussi. Je vais prendre elle. Et ça y fait du sens comme ça? Me mettre une barbe ou non? On va aller checker s'ils en ont pas mis des nouvelles, je pense que ouais. Ouais, ils ont fait des nouvelles barbes. Ils ont modé ça bien comme faut, man. C'est toutes des mods ici. Ils ont plus de barbes, mais de même, il a de l'air juste plus jeune un peu, genre, je sais pas. Ben, je vais en mettre une petite quand même, là. Ok, je pense que je suis correct. Terminé.
Araziel. Right, how could I have forgotten? She was one of the few free people who ever set foot on a ship. Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand... Wait. You hear that? Shit. Someone's coming!
Nowadays just don't want a man to guard them anymore. That's the problem.
Yeah, je suis cool.
Sometimes I long for the good old days, back when I could lift a skirt and nobody would bat an eye. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Now, where did I put that key?
Oh, blazes, what do they want down here? The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good. Now, quiet.
Ah, here we go. Ah, smells like Vaughtier's balls down here. Say now, what's that chest supposed to look like?
Small, with the crest of the Blue Island Coalition on it, I think.
Ah, yeah, right. Black Guardian knows what the captain wants.
Ouais, on est des voyageurs clandestins.
You go look upstairs. I'll see if I can find it down here.
Fuck.
Okay.
Oh shit. They don't leave us any choice. We need to do something quick. You take on the old guy, I'll take the young one. Go!
Wait. Someone's there.
Throw her to the face! Come on, dodge! You can do it!
Fucking piece of shit!
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That wasn't part of the plan. Not at all. What in blazes are we going to do now?
Chialer? Non. Peut-être qu'on devrait se rendre. Attends, chialer au... ouais, c'est ça.
Yes, yes, of course. That makes sense. One of them said it's not much longer until we arrive. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then. Come on, help me search. There must be a rope or something. And I thought we were over the hump when we made it on board. It just can't ever be easy, can it?
Chercher une corde. Ah. Le nouvel argent.
Poor lost souls. The probabilities have turned against you.
What the? Who are you?
You are confused by my sudden appearance. But my identity is irrelevant, as are you, dear Sirius. Unfortunately.
What? Oh shit, please don't tell anyone we're down here, please. We didn't mean any harm. These guys were just...
You ask that I not reveal you, for your intentions were not evil. And I believe you, but sadly, it's not compassion that rules my deeds. The first beat of a wing must happen. It is the only way the probabilities will fall into place. This is the way it has to be. The way it has been for eons. I am sorry.
Hein?
What the? Oh no! No! What are you doing? Please! Please don't leave! We just wanted to...
What? C'est-tu un fantôme, ça?
After we had left Osteen, the two of you hid in the cargo and lived on our stocks. Then when Rick and Sebald found you, you gave them a beating. And all of a sudden, a veiled woman appeared and knocked you out with wild magic. Is that about it?
Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Please, my dame, we didn't have a choice. You've got to believe us, the war, we just wanted a second chance, that's all.
A second chance. Yes.
Ouais, il va le tuer.
I understand you. You wanted to start a new life in a new land. And as my ship is one of the only ships still sailing the route since the wars, you were simply forced to board without paying.
Yes, we could work for you, you know? We could scrub the deck, peel potatoes, anything to pay off our debt. And as soon as we've arrived...
Heartbreaking. How truly, truly heartbreaking. But let's be honest. You did have a choice. You could have signed on like all the others did, but you didn't. Instead, you've nested on my ship like flesh maggots, enjoying the good life while my crew actually had to earn their keep. And now you're feeding me this bullshit about veiled women and wild magic? How stupid do you think I am? I know your kind. You are cutthroats, filchers. At least have the guts to admit it.
What? No. You're wrong. Please, just let me explain. I
don't give a shit for your explanations. If there's one thing I hate more than cowards, it's people trying to pluck my heartstrings. You two are scum. And there's only one kind of punishment for scum on my ship. Pull him up, Ruger.
But Captain, they...
Do it.
Of course, Captain. I'm sorry, lad. You should have stayed in there, him.
But... You can't do this.
Oh, believe me, I can.
No.
Oh, well, look at that. Someone's woken up. Rise and shine. Tie him and his friend together and feed them to the fish. Good luck in your new life, friend.
Gros, c'est narratif au bout, c'est cool. Il y a plein de cutscenes.
Tell me, what is time?
C'est fort.
Dreaming anyway.
So many people just talk and
How
never
does it feel to be powerless?
This is about your damn pride, Tina.
I know I'm not real. At least not according to your definition.
I know damn well I'm evil.
It's just... There was nothing I could do.
This isn't happening. But then again,
This just isn't happening.
what is reality anyway?
Selfish fool!
On dirait un Fable, mais différent encore. Pensez à ça, on dirait un mélange de Fable pis de... Je sais pas, avec l'histoire de famille là. Quoi? Où suis-je? On est mort. C'est sauvegarde. Ah. Quoi? Un double sort? Un talent, dévoreur d'âme. Instinct. What? Talent flèche de feu. Prise os. Mercenaire. Ok. Mais c'est quoi ça? Interagir? Attends, moi j'ai pris le guerrier. Ok. On a survécu. C'est malade pareil. What the fuck man que c'est hot. Mais ça a l'air réaliste. Parce qu'elle parlait justement de magie pis tout, comme ça serait. Comme ça existerait pas pis tout, genre. C'est hot. Favori, ok, c'est bon. Ouais, malgré que je sais pas, j'en ai besoin là. Ok, attends, c'est quoi mon menu de favori là-dedans? Ah, j'ai pas de level up dans celle-là. Ok, ouais, mais c'est quoi mon menu de favori? Je me souviens plus, man. Elle me dit d'appuyer sur A, mais A, je sais pas c'est quoi. Attends, on va aller voir dans mes commandes. Attends, moi j'ai mis ça à X. Ça me tentait de le mettre à X. Ouais, c'est bon. Oh shit! Je me demandais c'était quoi. Ah, c'est une bouteille vide. Ça me servait absolument à rien. Oh, c'est cool, man! C'est carrément un nouveau jeu! Mais avec Skyrim, genre. C'est vraiment fucked up. C'est quoi ça? Ah. Il me manque quelque chose. Pour activer le mécanisme. Ok. C'est une façon de grimper en haut? Ah! Ça a l'air plus horreur aussi que Skyrim en tout cas. Gros, c'est des nouveaux donjons. Tout est nouveau là-dedans, c'est malade. Je vais aller là, ça a l'air éclairé. Ça a l'air beau par là. Ok. Une vieille robe. Ça me tente pas de porter une vieille robe. Imbuvable. Ok, mais je vais pas le prendre d'abord. Ah. Je voulais pas la consommer. Je voulais l'acheter. Crise de con. C'était R, c'est vrai. Si je suis pas en train de jouer à Zelda, moi, câlisse. Un temple abandonné. Yo, le jeu qui est extrêmement cool à date, man. La machine semble familière. Ok. Je peux pas te dire ça, mon chum. Ouais, ça me dit rien, pas en tout. Consommable, augmente votre capacité d'import d'un point de façon permanente. Attends, c'est quoi? C'est là-dedans? Non? C'est où? Ah. Ok. Oh, c'est malade, c'est beau. Ben, je vois pas grand chose d'ici. Ben, il fait noir, c'est sombre, hein, fait que... La misère un peu à voir où aller. Tu sais, c'est de la lumière, là, ça doit nous dire où aller. Pas une façon de passer. Pas une échelle. Non. Non. Ok, je crois qu'il n'y a rien en fait ici. Ah! Une valve. Ça fait de quoi? Ah, ok, ça a levé la roue. Pourquoi, il y a un ennemi? Bon ben, je pense qu'il m'a vu, hein. Je peux-tu aller le péter ou il est trop fort d'après toi? Il s'en vient. Gros, c'est malade, là. Wow. Oh. Un nouveau départ. On a réussi à y aller? On est arrivé? Tour abandonné encore une fois, bon ok. Ça avait de l'air beau, puis là ben c'est ça, on est redevenu des affaires abandonnées là. C'est que ça, les bouffes. Donner de la vie un peu. Ah? Utilisez les pièges à votre avantage. Ok, ouais, j'ai compris. Ah, encore lisse. C'est ça que je voulais faire, Chris. Santé. Yes. J'ai trouvé comme arme. Ok, je vais les revendre, ça au pire. Ok, attends. Ok, y'a rien là. Tenue de vagabond. J'aime mieux sa tenue à lui. Sorry, dude. Ah, l'autre, elle me donnait une armure, hein? Ouais. Sorry, j'ai pris tes vêtements pour rien. Oh merde. Ah ouais. Ah. Mais c'est quoi qui fait ce son là? 9 roots.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir?
C'est une longue histoire, où suis-je et qui êtes-vous?
Who am I? Findelires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever.
Tabarnak, connaissance. Ok.
By the Black Guardian, you really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will. Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites, and there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who would know better than the gods what exactly that is?
D'être limité à cette voie, vous n'êtes pas frustré? Qui sont ces égarés? Selon laquelle les dieux sont morts? J'ai aucune idée, c'est qui les égarés?
Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands, glimmer dust smugglers, murderers, well, you know.
Ok, est-ce qu'on peut s'en aller ou... On va dire intéressant.
Well, I didn't come up with it.
Ok. C'est tout pour l'instant. Merci de votre aide.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
Blazes, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no.
Oh. Parler de la fièvre. Ouais, on va faire ça.
Hmm? By the righteous path? What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
Oui, j'ai subitement attrapé une genre de fièvre. Vous avez une idée qu'est-ce que ça peut être?
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroots, gruntroots. Ah, here we go. So, let's see. Sheer cup, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but...
Finn! The still!
What?
They've hit me. Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, no! Oh, sod it!
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
C'est quoi ça?
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days. What? You mean the still? Bad quality, and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be.
Une explosion, les voix, c'était les vôtres?
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalleries. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Carbos, do something, damn it!
Ouais, oh man, il y a plein de choses qui se passent, ça n'a pas de sens.
Now look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
Qui êtes-vous?
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story.
Attendez. Comment savez-vous ce qui est arrivé? Vous étiez là quand ils ont été attaqués? Non, attendez, que savez-vous sur ma fièvre?
Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head.
Ouais.
Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age, but it happens. Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim.
Ok.
Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do.
Et concernant ces visions, sont-elles aussi causées par la fièvre?
You have visions?
Faute de meilleur terme, oui. Depuis que j'ai cette fièvre, j'ai des étranges prémonitions. Ah, l'explosion! C'est ça l'affaire d'explosion. Ça a explosé. Puis là, ben, ça allait réexploser par après quand l'autre s'est fait attaquer. C'est peut-être ça. Quelque chose qui vont se produire.
Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say?
Ouais.
Well then, the stage is yours.
On va conter notre fabuleuse histoire.
I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light?
Oui, mais ce n'était pas qu'un rêve, c'était plus comme un souvenir. Le temple que j'ai vu était exactement le même que celui dans la vallée.
Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right?
Juste après que la mer m'a rejeté sur la côte, oui, avec ses visions.
Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them. All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark.
C'est quoi Ark?
Ark? The capital of this country?
Ok.
Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned. Never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malphus, and blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. You're going to see it soon.
Ok. D'accord, je vais vous aider plus vite que ce serait débarrassé cette fièvre, mieux c'est.
Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there is officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and patirs attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least. The strangest thing, however, is the red madness.
Pensez-vous que le chaos pourrait être lié d'une façon ou d'une autre aux rumeurs sur sur la mort des êtres de lumière?
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes.
En fait, vous croyez vraiment que quelqu'un a tué les dieux?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods. Well, they usually leave the thinking to their holy order. And they, of course, deny everything. But as much as I hate to say it, maybe it's better this way, at least for now. A spiritual crisis is the last thing this country needs at the moment. Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new, after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Loin de là.
Splendid. You never know. But we digress. Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like "Fear the light" while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the red madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself. A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winners on his back.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a fait?
Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door and blew himself up in a magical explosion.
Ok. C'est horrible. Quel est votre rôle dans tout ça? Vous avez dit que vous travaillez pour l'ordre.
I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady. Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here, and according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think?
Ouais.
Great. First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
Alright. La difficulté est le niveau que vous devriez pour avoir... Ok. Ok. Alright, hey, on va cesser là-dessus, man. C'était narratif au bout, man. Là, je pense qu'on a pas mal fait l'introduction. Nous, on va cesser là-dessus, man. Gros pour elle, là, c'est vraiment nice. Le mode est vraiment excellent à date, là. Je trouve ça vraiment cool. C'est intriguant. On se retrouve pour la suite. J'espère que vous avez apprécié. À la prochaine. Ciao.